Okay, in this video we're going to be looking at the Star Wars Action Masters 6-pack. It arrived yesterday, so it's from 1994. You get 6 die-cast figures. It's by Kenner Hasbro, and you get the Darth Vader, the Luke, the Stormtrooper, Chewie, Han, and Boba Fett, and you get the 6 trading cards, I believe. So free special edition, you could get the free special edition C-3PO. So this would get reissued in the Power the Force box. It'd also get done in the, I think it came in the green book box as well. There's like a European version, which was the green. You got join the Star Wars fan club. For $9.95, so 94. Such a long time ago. You can get Terminator figures, Aliens, Predator. You get Alien 4-pack, Star Wars 4-pack. That's I've reviewed that. So I've got those 4 figures there. So you can put them all together. I've got Deagostini equivalents. I've got them out so we can compare the Deagostini to the only one I haven't got Deagostini is the Boba Fett. I've got the Stormtrooper. The Luke's, this is the Luke Bespin. I've got the Luke Farm Boy for the Deagostini, but pretty cool set. Tonka, so actually Tonka, so it's just before Hasbro, and maybe Hasbro acquired Tonka as well. I mean, you can find this on eBay for about £10–12, even cheaper in the States. Sometimes a little bit more. But time to get it open, I guess. Let's see what we get. Here's the 6 figures. Still on card, so to speak. Get bundled with the cards, it's nice. They're quite heavy, these figures are quite heavy. Got some weight to them. Luke in his Bespin outfit, Stormtrooper, Darth Vader. The Darth Vader on the single card is different, he's got the lightsaber ignited. There's Boba Fett, there's Han Solo, and there's Chewbacca. You can do comparisons with them all apart from Boba Fett. But that's how they look on the card. So they've been on like this since 1994. 26 years ago. I was a young man then. Now. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's get the figures out. Here's the figures out of the box. The bases are interlocking, so Han goes into Chewie's base, Stormtrooper goes into like that, then Boba Fett, then Darth Vader and Luke. So it mirrors that. And then here's the trading cards you get. You get, I guess, a character each. It's a good image there, Boba Fett. I mean, they're not bad, these little figures. Pretty cool, actually. So let's look at the trading cards first. So these are the trading cards. You've got Luke Skywalker with his gun. I don't know what it says on the back of the cards. Well, it's got quite a lot of information there. 1994, so that's the Luke. We've got Boba Fett, that's a nice image there. As seen in Empire Strikes Back, even though the figure's coloured to be as seen in Return of the Jedi with the red gauntlets. That's a great image though. Then we've got Chewbacca. So it's from Return of the Jedi, that image. I don't know why, it makes me think of singing in the rain almost. I don't know why. And Darth Vader from Empire Strikes Back, great image there. Brilliant card. Then the Stormtroopers as seen in A New Hope. Brilliant. Again, same information on the back of the card. And the last one is Han Solo. That's a classic image. Han swinging in with the blaster. Very nice. So those are the cards you get. You get 6. You get the same, when you get the 4-pack you get the cards as well. At least in the US release. I think with the green European set you don't get the trading cards. So 6 nice cards. The first figure we're going to look at is Han Solo. He's got yellow stripes on his trousers. His pose, he looks like he's holding, it's not his typical Mauser, it's more like a, you know, looks like a Browning pistol or something like that, or Walter PPK or something. Made in China 1994. So it's Han Solo. And I've got the Deagostini Han Solo there, for comparison's sake. So you've got the 2 Hans. The Deagostini is definitely more heavy. More detailed in the sort of sculpt. But nice to compare the two. I mean, he's got really glossy black boots. And yeah. They're pretty similar, I mean, in terms of sculpt, the way they're posed. I mean, they're both got the blasters drawn, arms swept back, sort of crouching down almost. Well, not crouching, you know, sort of. Han aims for trouble. Just remember, I mean, I think when these came out, the Deagostinis, they're from about 10, 11, 12, 2005, 2007, so they're more recent sculpts, more modern in a way. But they were certainly more expensive to get. But I think you can see that the Han in the sort of like the face is more detailed on this figure. It's nice to do a comparison. Better look at the Han Solo, it's not too bad really. The stripe should be red really. Where it's got the blaster. I think it's always harder to do metal figures with, I mean human figures with metal, you know, something's lost. I mean, it's not too bad, the head sculpt. I don't know if you'd say that's Harrison Ford as much as, I mean, they've tried to capture some elements. It's quite a simple figure. And then if you look at the Deagostini, still not perfect. I mean, the face is too long there. Has got the double belt he wears. Some more paint, red stripes here, more detail on the Deagostini. And they've got the correct gun. I mean, they're both metal figures, very similarly posed, and yeah. I mean, I think his head's a bit too turned in a way. Looks a bit unnatural. But yeah, not too bad. I mean, they're both adequate, I guess. I guess the Deagostini overall is a bit more superior in sculpt and detailing, so that's the one to acquire if you can find it. But obviously this is going to be slightly more expensive. But yeah, they're not bad. Quite a nice comparison really. Yeah, you got more detail. I mean, you got all those pouches on the back. It's a lot simpler. So yeah, definitely say the Han Deagostini is better. Next we've got the Chewbacca, the Action Masters Chewbacca. It's not too bad. It's quite a big figure, as it should be because he's so much bigger than the others. The gun's actually plastic. Well, this part is, this bit's metal, so it plugs into the crossbow. It's quite a simple figure. Looks like he's got quite goofy teeth there, very blue eyes. And the bandolier is painted nicely, a bit of dark brown around the pouch. Otherwise it's just a lot of fur sculpting. Not too bad. I'll put him with the Han Solo just so you can see the two characters together. So those are the Action Masters, Han and Chewie. Let's see if I can focus a bit better. That's better. So you've got the Han and Chewbacca there. You can see how much bigger Chewie is. And we've also got the Deagostini Chewbacca. Again, a much heavier figure. This one's crouching down, but he's a lot taller. I mean, if this one was standing as high as that one. They've sculpted it so that the cross part of the bow is closed in. I guess you could pull it out maybe, but it'd probably snap, so I wouldn't do that if I was you. So obviously a lot more colour with this one. Yeah, this Deagostini's got much better face sculpt and all that sort of stuff. With detailing in the metal. How the Wookiees communicate with each other. So this is a lot more simple. But they both, you know, you can tell they are Chewbacca. So yeah, not bad. So again, you're going to have to give it to Deagostini. It looks much better, but still this is not a bad figure, the Action Master. This is a lot heavier. It's Chewbacca. Maybe they shouldn't have done the mouth open, it looks a bit silly like that. Whereas his face looks, you know, it looks slightly better, more, you know, aimed at adults, whereas this is more aimed at kids. So again, Deagostini's the better figure, but you're going to pay more for Deagostini. Okay, so that's the Chewies done, and the Hans. What we can do, what should we do next? Maybe the Stormtrooper. Okay, next we're going to look at the Stormtrooper, and obviously the gun doesn't look like the proper weapon, the E11. It's very stylized. It's something they came up themselves. but no way does that really look like a E11 blaster. '94 date stamp. I think the Stormtrooper definitely came single carded as well. Got some nice highlights there in the legs for the black bits of the armour. They painted the 011 black, which is a bit odd. Or maybe they didn't sculpt it, that's why. Back of the helmet, they've got two little black dots. There's the profile. Very white Stormtrooper. Well, obviously I've just taken it out of the box, so you know, it's like he's taking a shot straight at you. Legs are quite far apart. This is the Deagostini Stormtrooper from about 2005. Quite a thin figure. Obviously it's got a sharper definition in the sculpt. Gun's a bit more accurate. It has the holster on the back. Got the gas canister. He hasn't got the gas canister. See 011 better there. So yeah, much better sculpt. But as I said before, this is going to be slightly more expensive than this one. Slightly more heavy as well. Also got these plastic ones from about 2006. They're by Hasbro. So these ones have moving parts, like the arms move. This one, I think, the head moves, or the head moves. He can move his arms up. Various Stormtroopers through time. Obviously plastic ones have yellowed quite badly. But definitely Hasbro 2006, made in China. Plastic though, quite light. I mean, these two, in the way they're posed, are quite similar, and then these two are quite similar in a way, so for comparison's sake. So 94, 05, 06. So yeah, the ferocious Stormtrooper. Well, in terms of sculpt, this is the most accurate, but yeah, easy to sculpt in plastic. What do you call a group of a flurry of Stormtroopers? A squad, I guess. Not a flurry. So there's the Stormtroopers. As we're comparing, the die cuts will give the... I mean, these are pretty good as well, so... Bad. How long have you had those droids? How long have you had those droids? They're for sale if you want them. So we've done the Stormtroopers. Well, obviously the Deagostini is the best sculpt, but I mean this is probably the more affordable way of getting a die-cast Stormtrooper. Quite simple, this one. Less paint apps, The paint's a lot more matte than this one's more glossy. Okay, so let's look at something else. So with the Boba Fett, I have nothing to compare him with. But it's not too bad, this one. Light grey uniform. Got green on the back of the rocket pack, so it's the sort of, oh, it's got green on that side, red on that gauntlet, so it's a sort of mishmash of Empire and Jedi characteristics. A gun, kind of stylized. Missile's a bit stubby and short. Helmet's a bit long and elongated. Not a bad figure though. I mean, it's Boba Fett. Everyone loves Boba Fett. So yeah, not bad looking figure really. Not too heavy. We've got more paint apps than all the others really, even though it looks still could do with some more apps. Good look at the rocket pack. Knee armor, body armor. The antenna is just sculpted at the side. It's your Boba Fett. Not a bad looking figure really. Yeah, quite nice. So clearly Boba Fett wins when compared to Deagostini. And now, you will tell us the location of the hidden rebel base. Now it's time to look at Darth Vader, and it's quite a nice figure, this one. Quite a good head sculpt. Got some detailing on the chest panel, a little dab of paint on the belt. I mean, I guess because they're mostly black, it's quite an easy figure for them to do. Cape's nicely sculpted. It's not a bad looking figure really. Face, head's not too bad. Probably one of the better ones of the Action Master Star Wars range, Darth Vader face. Yeah, it's quite good. So Darth Vader's got an impressive sculpt actually. Quite a nice looking figure. Very good. Quite heavy as well. Here's the Deagostini Darth Vader. The Vader on the single card Action Master, that has the Vader, the lightsaber lit. So very heavy figure, obviously a lot more detail. A lot taller as well. I think with this Vader, the helmet face looks kind of long. But they do look nice, the two Vaders. This one's got a lot more colour to it. Sort of more, maybe a Empire pose, like Obi-Wan never told you about your father, did he? The lightsaber's quite flimsy, you've got to be careful with that. Not a bad figure, the Vader. yeah, they both have qualities. This is more detailed, a lot more heavier. There's more, like in the sort of armor, it's more looks more polished, whereas this more stylized. Sort of got that sort of 70s, 80s Marvel look to it. Of, you know, the Marvel Star Wars comic art. I guess I'd have to say Deagostini only just, because I like this Vader's head. I think the shape of the helmet is more in proportion than that other one. Yeah. The two Vaders. And then the last one to do is Luke. So we've got Luke here, which is the Bespin outfit. Again, this face sculpt, he looks kind of young. The lightsaber's rubber. I mean, it's like legs are so far apart. He's like that. You wouldn't be able to hold a pose like that for very long without doing yourself an injury. But let's have a look at the face. He looks about 7 years old, really. It's just such a simple sculpt. The costume, this is the Bespin outfit, lacks quite a lot of definition and detail. It's very smooth, very simple. I mean, you've got details for the belt and the whole holster, the brown Bespin boots. Again, quite a simple representation. So not bad, but certainly could be improved. I wonder if the single card is the same as this one or a different figure. Because some of them, I know the Vader's different, but I'm not sure about the others. Here's the Luke that you get with the Deagostini. So that's the Luke farm boy. They both got their sabers. This one's metal or harder material. It's got sort of dirty blonde hair with a quite a grubby face. Certainly got quite a bit more detail. The only thing I don't like about this Luke is the way it's posed. It's like he's sitting back. I mean, that's kind of unnatural, because you'd just fall back, wouldn't you? I mean, the pose is just a bit abysmal in my opinion. There's certainly more detail in this figure than this one, but there's quite a lot of years between them. Different outfits, really. The Deagostini is aimed at collectors. The Action Masters is aimed at kids, really. Obviously, the new collectors would buy them back in those days. So yeah, not bad. So that's the two Lukes. Obviously the Deagostini, in terms of sculpt, wins hands down. This Action Master is not such a great figure. It's probably quite an terrible pose. So you've got to give it to this Luke. Let's look from behind. You really see a difference in hair colour. How they've made this Luke look so grubby. Yeah, Deagostini Luke. But this one's not too bad. It's just not too good either. Alright, so I think that's all of them now. We've looked at them all. So what we can do is put all the Action Master figures I've got together now, and then put the whole lot together. Here's the 9, 1, 2, 3, no, it's 10, isn't it? 10 Action Masters I have now. So you've got the 6-pack and 4-pack put together. So you've got the 4-pack, which is C-3PO, R2-D2, Princess Leia and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then you've got the 6-pack behind, which is Luke in Bespin outfit, Darth Vader, Boba Fett, Stormtrooper, Chewbacca and Han Solo. So you've got all of them together. And yeah, pretty nice set. So you can get both sets pretty cheap still, if you look on eBay and stuff like that. So you can put them all together. They do look nice together. Quite a nice looking set, really. Chewbacca. Yeah, nice. Let's see if we can get Luke. Let's put Luke in front actually, and then put Obi-Wan next to Vader. I mean, the Obi-Wan's so much taller than Vader. That's a bit silly. And then you're seeing Boba Fett's head looks so huge compared to. Let's move the Fett this way. They're not bad. Yeah, you could put these on display on your desk or on a tiny little shelf. Not bad looking set. Yeah, pretty cool. So I'm glad I picked up the 6-pack to go with the 4-pack. The C-3PO in the single card is really different as well. It's more gold. It's not so messed up as that version with the sort of black wash all over it. And yeah, I can't remember which ones aren't available in single cards. I think most of them were. The Vader's definitely different. He's got a lightsaber, whereas this one's just holding his hips. Okay, so yeah, pretty cool. I mean, if you can find these, you know, you're not going to pay too much for them. I mean, you should be able to get both sets for around, say, 10 to 15 for the 4-pack, 15 to 20 for the 6-pack, and you get trading cards as well. So, you know, got them over there with the Deagostini figures. Final thing to do is to put the Action Masters with the Deagostini for final comparison. So if you're thinking about collecting die-cast Star Wars figures, you can choose which set you can get. Deagostini is going to be slightly more expensive, more readily available in the UK and Europe, I assume, rather than in the US, and vice versa with the Action Masters. So, you know, they're probably better sculpt, more detail, more paint on the Deagostinis. But, you know, they both have their merits. I mean, don't forget the Action Masters came out in '94. That's at the start of the Star Wars toy revival, really. There's the Obi-Wans. I mean, obviously I don't have the Deagostini effect because that's quite expensive, so, you know. I definitely enjoy comparing these die-cast figures. The Vaders, the Chewies. Yeah, not bad. So, pretty cool set. Either set does the job well, Action Masters or Deagostini. It's nice to collect something that's old now, old but cheap still. You know, it's not like a lot of Star Wars where the prices have just jumped all over the place. this is, you know, you can get these still at quite a decent price. And yeah, they just look great. Okay, so I hope you like looking at this. Those are the trading cards you get. Action Masters, Stormtroopers, Vader, Chewie, Fett and Luke. That's the box that comes in 6-pack. You can get that pack in 3 types. You can get in the Action Masters as shown, which is the yellow. You can get it on the red card, which is the sort of Power of the Force 2, and then you can get on the green card, which I believe is the European type. So I think with the European you might not get all the trading cards, so just check for that. But yeah, they do look nice. It's like having a mini museum, or waxworks of tiny little Star Wars characters. Quite good. But yeah, they do look nice together. Okay, so I've got to end this video. It's going to end up so long again. Anyway, final look. Oh my, time to end. I think Vader's pleased with how long my video's gone on. Anyway, cheers, goodbye.